Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the Carla Murphy Show, where we are uniquely different. We're glad that you decided to join us. We're in for an exciting and amazing show this evening. We are going to be featuring twins. So we're happy about that. We're happy that we have some people who are going to talk about teamwork and unity and togetherness. And we're going to hear from these little princes and princesses this evening. We're just so honored that we're going to have some talent displayed by some of our finest. We have the Fraser twins, we have Cheyenne and Charlotte, the Randall twins, we have Rashard and Rashad, we have the Harris twins, Jamia and Jemiah, the Williams twins, Brianna and Tashiana. And we have some other special people who are in their lives, and we are looking forward to going higher and higher, hearing about these amazing sets of twins. So are we ready, twins? Let's see some thumbs up if we're ready. All right, sounds good. We're going to begin with Cheyenne and Charlotte. They are the daughters of Miss Shayna Overstreet, who we're going to hear in a bit. But I know these two little special ladies as two who are helpful, they're friendly, they're kind, they're supportive. And we are just happy to hear a little bit about the life of Cheyenne and Charlotte Fraser. So good evening to you ladies.
Good evening.
Thank you so much for coming on to the show and sharing with us. And so tell me, who is Cheyenne?
Me.
And who's Charlotte?
Me.
And who's the oldest?
Me.
Oh my goodness. So Cheyenne and Charlotte, did I get it correct?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So we have our big sister, Charlotte. So we're going to start with you, just asking you a few questions. Can I do that?
Yes.
Thank you so much. I know that you're ready. So I know that you're the oldest twin. And do you know how much older you are?
I'm older by 1 minute.
Oh my goodness. Do you take advantage of that and say, I'm the big sister, I'm the older sister? Do you tell Cheyenne sometimes?
Sometimes.
Sometimes you do. All right. So, Cheyenne, how do you like to spend your time?
Dancing.
You do? I heard that you are a phenomenal praise dancer. What other types of dance do you like to do?
TikTok.
Oh, TikTok. Oh, okay. I don't know much about that. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
It's basically just a dancing app.
Okay. Sounds good. So Charlotte, what's the most important that you have to follow?
Can you repeat that, please?
What is it?
Can you repeat that?
Sure, I can. I said, what is the most important rule that you know of that has to be followed?
Keeping my sister's back.
Okay. All right. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. So, Cheyenne, why do you think kids go to school?
To learn.
To learn. That's great. So when you grow up, what do you want to be?
A basketball player.
Okay. All right. I like basketball. What position do you want to play?
I don't know.
You don't know? Do you like to shoot? Or do you like to be the runner?
Shoot.
I like that. You like to score and get points. That's awesome. So Charlotte, what makes you feel proud?
Getting a good report card.
Yes. I love to hear that one. Report card. That's awesome. And then Cheyenne, what makes you feel happy?
When my mom smiles.
That was beautiful. That warmed my heart. That is so nice when we can make our moms smile. I really like that. So I have one both of you, okay? And who's going to go first?
Me.
All right. What do you like most about being a twin?
Um, that we get mixed up a lot.
I know because you surely fooled me after all of these years. I still get confused. And so let's ask your sister. What do you like most about being a twin?
Mm, we got a match.
You have to match. I know that you do. I love that. I love that. I love that. So you know what, ladies, you've been wonderful. I thank you so much for sharing. And I know that there's something else special that you want to share with the viewers and the listening audience. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, take it away.
I heard that dreams are illegal in the ghetto. Oh, black girl, you ain't gonna be no lawyer. I heard that dreams are illegal in the ghetto. Oh, black boy, you ain't gonna be no doctor. I heard that dreams are illegal in the ghetto. But we're still dreaming. Because Michelle Obama showed us that our identity belongs somewhere in this American dream. Thank you, Michelle, for being a brown girl's dream come true, for giving us something tangible to hold on to. I know that our skin color exists on these timelines of women like our grandmothers, who could not afford all the ingredients in the American pie. I heard dreaming in the ghetto was illegal, but we're still dreaming.
Beautiful. That was great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That was outstanding. Do you have anything else for us?
No.
You did such an amazing job. I am so proud of you. And I know that all of your family are very excited. You've done a wonderful job sharing today. And I want you to know that you can do anything. You can be anything. And we're always here to help you. We're here to love you. We're here to support you. So to Cheyenne and Charlotte, thank you so much for coming on and sharing with Sister Carla on the Carla Murphy Show. For truly, each of you are uniquely different. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, you're welcome. This next guest is very, very special to me. I've known this young lady since she was born, since she was younger than Charlotte and Cheyenne. Her name is Miss Shayna Overstreet. I did not birth Miss Shayna, but she's a mini me. And so we've traveled together. We've worked together in ministry. We've grown together. Our families, we just love each other and we're all a part in one. And so Miss Shayna Overstreet, we know her as an educator. She helps with homeschooling. She helps with ministry. She's a prayer warrior and she works in the music ministry. And so her passion is working with young people. And certainly I can relate to that. So Miss Shayna Overstreet, thank you so much for allowing your little princesses to come on and share with us. And thank you for being a shining light. And I am looking forward to hearing about parenting twins. Tell us all about it, Miss Shayna Marie.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for that beautiful introduction, Sister Carla. You know that you are my mentor, and I look up to you completely. So I hope that I do you proud during this interview.
Thank you.
So being a mother of twins, it is complicated at times, but it is a very rewarding job. When I found out I was having twins, it was a shock to myself and my family. I was the first to have twins in my entire family on both sides of the family. So typically when, you know, you are having your baby, the family gives you advice. They tell you what to expect. But when I was having the twins, no one really knew what to tell me about twins. So I kind of just went with the flow. And I have these two beautiful young ladies here who are 11 years old. The road has not always been easy for me. I will say the most challenging thing is realizing that they are different people. They are twins, they are one and the same, but they are two completely different people. They look alike, they act alike, but they don't have all of the same goals. They have different goals, they have different talents, they have different gifts. And being able to recognize the difference is very challenging as a mom, because when you realize one of the twin strengths, you want them both to be able to do it. You want them both to be able to be strong in all aspects. So sometimes Cheyenne has to pick up where Charlotte is not as strong, and vice versa. Charlotte has to pick up where Cheyenne is weak. And I love the teamwork that I see in the both of them whenever one is falling off. Charlotte answered the question earlier that something she felt was important was to have her sister's back, and that is absolutely true. As a twin mother, as mother of these two, I teach them to never allow the other one to fall behind. Always make sure that your sister is where she needs to be. They're accountable for one another. And I hope that that isn't too much of a strain on them. I hope that it is beneficial to them in their growth as they continue to grow into young women in all aspects in their career, later on, right now in school and education. Charlotte, if she doesn't mind me saying this, is a little weaker in math than Cheyenne. And Cheyenne helps her in math. She carries the weight. But when it comes to English, Charlotte carries that load. So she kind of helps her sister out. They use teamwork in order to be successful. And as a mother, that's something that we have to instill in them as a mother of twins. There is other battles and struggles, even with the things that they like as far as food, simple things, what they eat, how they eat, what they like on their sandwiches. One likes cheese, one does. It's so many differences, but they're so much alike. And it definitely takes the teamwork of all of us. They have an older brother, Thomas, and me and Thomas are still trying to figure the girls out to this day. It's a day-to-day battle trying to figure the two out, like what it is that they want, what it is that we can do to keep them happy. One's happy, one's sad. We try to keep them both happy. We try to make sure that both Charlotte and Cheyenne are satisfied. And it's tough when you are a mother because you don't want to leave one out, and you don't want to leave. I can't just stress that enough. But it is a rewarding job. When I see my girls' report cards, they have excelled in all of their endeavors, even through this pandemic. Cheyenne had a 97. Charlotte had a 98. Charlotte just ranked highest in math, even though that was her weakness. Charlotte got the highest math score on the mid-year assessment. I am so proud when they accomplish things, and I want them to continue to accomplish things together. And so that is the challenge for me. And I just pray every day that I'm doing the right thing, that I'm doing it the right way, that I'm not putting too much pressure on them. And so far, so good. You guys keep me in prayer. I'm praying for all of my twin moms out there. They help me every day. I assist with homeschool. So we open our home every day from 8:30 to 3:30, and we assist other children just like them who are struggling with homeschool, whether it's academically or socially, just paying attention to class or having the school setting, being around other friends. They help me each day that we open our door. They're up with me in the morning, they're dressed, they're ready to go to school, and they're welcoming other children into our house. And I want to commend them now as they listen to me speak for doing that. I don't know if I told them thank you enough, but they welcome the other children and they make them want to be here every day. And I can't say that if it wasn't for them, my business may not be as successful as it is. because my children, they have a passion for what I have a passion for. They love what I love, and they help me. That's teamwork. I appreciate you girls for that. So that is just a beautiful, beautiful thing. They are very helpful. Their brother is as well. I thank you too, Thomas. So we work together. This is our family thing. We've been through a lot. We have a long story. We It hasn't always been good. It hasn't always been perfect. We have experienced very low lows, and we have experienced high highs. But God has kept us. He has kept us through everything, and they will tell you they want to help. They know we've lived in shelters, and they want to help. They know our past, and so now when they see others who are not as not as beneficial as us, they are not as privileged as we are, they want to help. They're like, Mom, what can we do? Mom, give them $1. Mom, they're always wanting to help, and I'm grateful for their hearts. So the one thing that that I would say, being a mother, period, a mother of twins, a single mom, just trying to raise my children in the right way, is that prayer and raising them up in the church is the best decision that I could have made. And I just thank God for people in my life, for the teamwork of the church and the community, that has helped me to mold them into the children that they are and into the young ladies that they are becoming. So although it is, again, I will continue to use those words, although it is challenging, it is the most rewarding job that God has ever blessed me with, is being a mom.
That's so beautiful. Thank you, Shayna Marie. I love you so much. That was just beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Is our little prince, is he there? Is Thomas there with you?
Thomas is at basketball practice.
That's good. Well, you tell him we missed him, and we'll have to have him on another time, for truly he is uniquely different. And Shayna, I thank you for coming and sharing and sharing your story. I thank you for being a part of my life and always supporting and pushing. And we know what it is to be together. We know what it is to unite. We know what it is to always have teamwork. And that's something we've instilled in one another, and we've instilled the fact of holding everyone accountable. And so you're doing a magnificent job. I know those children, and I know them personally, and I know that they're proud of you as their mom, and I know that certainly you are proud of them, and I know that I'm proud of both of you and all of you. And so thank you so much for sharing. Continue, and remember to always train up a child in the way that they should go, and when they're old, they will not depart from it. And those children are going to rise up and call you blessed. So Shayna Marie, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Next up, are the little princes ready? I see Prince Rashard and Rashad. Are you there?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good. And who is this princess? I already know, but I want you to tell us who you are.
Auntie. I'm Rashad. Rashad.
Okay, and who's with you?
Auntie Lintoy and Grandma.
Thank you so much for being with us. I'm just so excited to see the both of you. And how old are you, Rashad and Rashad?
5.
5 years old? Oh my goodness, you are very smart 5-year-olds. So
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can I ask you a few questions today?
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. So, do you like pets?
Yeah.
What? What type of pet do you like?
A dog. A dog.
A dog? Okay. And so, do you have a dog?
Yes.
What's your dog's name?
Diamond.
Diamond? Is your dog a boy dog or a girl dog?
A girl dog.
A girl dog? Okay.
Because that's why her name is Diamond.
Oh, thank you for helping me to understand that her name is Diamond. So what color is Diamond?
Black.
Black? Okay. And what type of dog is Diamond?
A pet dog.
A pet dog? Okay, all right, okay. A pit bull?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And so, does your pit bull eat dog food or people food?
Dog food.
Dog food? That's nice. Do you get to feed Diamond?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I got to do it, but my brother didn't.
Oh, so who's the oldest?
I am. My
And
and
your
my
name?
brother.
No.
No, I am the oldest. And although we both 5, so we both the oldest.
Okay, so you are both 5. I agree with you. You are both 5. Okay. We won't argue about that. We're just glad that you love one another, okay?
Okay.
So, does Diamond go outside at all?
Yeah. She do go outside.
So, what does she do when she's out there? Does she play or do you walk her?
She go to the bathroom. She go to the bathroom outside, and we walk her, and we and sometimes she likes to play outside.
What about Rashard? Can he say something? Go ahead.
It is good to protect your family.
Thank you so much. It is good to protect your family. That is wonderful. So, does Diamond have any toys that she likes to play with?
Yeah. Yes.
What kind of toys?
Squeaky toy. Her bear squeaky toy.
The squeaky toy? Okay. What else?
She don't have anything else, I do. Oh, she do have no toys. Yeah,
Oh,
and she have a dog donut.
She has a dog.
Mommy gave it to her.
That was so nice. Well, you know what, guys? I am just so glad that you came on to talk to me today and to share with me about your pet dog, Diamond. And you're there with your auntie and your grandma. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Yes.
That's so nice. Are you good students at school?
Yes.
That's wonderful. You always have to go so that you can learn and grow up to be very, very smart. So I have a question for Rashard. Rashard, when you grow up, what do you want to be?
I want to be a scientist.
I love it. A scientist. That is awesome. Oh, look at Miss Shayna's face and Miss Brenda's face. A scientist. Oh my, oh my. And so, Rashad, what do you want to be when you grow up?
A police officer.
Are you serious? My dad was a police officer. So you guys are going to do such an amazing job. I want you to continue to go to school and to learn your lessons and to listen to your family so that they can help to keep you safe. Can you make a promise to do that?
Say, I promise.
I promise.
Thank you so much. So you guys have come on to the show, and I hear that you brought a special surprise that you're going to share with us. Can you teach us and help us to learn about hand washing?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'm ready to hear from you.
Ready? Sing it.
Wash
Top
and
and
top and bottom, in between, rub them all together, nice and clean,
Yay! Thank you so much for sharing. That was awesome. You did a wonderful job. I could not have sung it to you any better. So thank you so much for coming on to help us to learn how to wash our hands.
Welcome.
All right. So thank you for sharing, and thank you to Auntie for coming and joining us this evening on the Carla Murphy Show. For truly, you are uniquely different.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Be good, okay?
Okay.
Next up, we're going to hear from another special lady. We know her. She's not a stranger to the Carla Murphy Show. She is the grandmother of these wonderful princes that we're sharing with us today. Her name is Miss Letitia Randall, and she is a life coach. She's also an author, and she's going to talk to us today. She's going to talk to us and share with us about the importance of togetherness. So, Miss Letitia, thank you for bringing your family on and coming and sharing. And I'm excited to hear again from you.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm thankful to be here. This is probably my third time, so I think I'm a regular. So I'll talk about togetherness. It's important. I teach my family and the kids, that it's important um to be, together. And with that, right, we all need togetherness because you want to get up. Okay, go ahead. Okay.
Can I get up?
Say bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye. See you next time.
Okay.
Go see where your dad is. So basically, when you have togetherness, it forms, unity, right, amongst one another. And if we had more togetherness, we would be better. And I say this a lot: we're better together than we are separated, right? um to be together is to have love, right? And I feel like love for God, because then we love one another, right? And then it just shows like teamwork. You learn from one another when we do things together as a whole, not just with the family, but in the community, um at church, anything, even on a football team or basketball team or cheerleading or dance. They have to have a sense of togetherness so that they can be in sync, in order to do whatever it is that they're supposed to do. All right, so I just feel like it's important, if we do that more, things would be better for one another. Unfortunately, this is the world, and reality is reality. So we have to, be strong enough to identify, um, togetherness, and then be able to, uh, maybe be a beacon of hope to others, so that we can join together and be strong. For example, some people may, I think it's great to give compliments. I think it's great to, you know um to share love with people, right? And let them know that, they're doing good, that they are great, they do have a purpose, and opposed to, not being together, and being separated, with then there comes the negativity, right? If y'all get what I'm saying. Miss Brenda, you with me? Because I see you listening, right? So it's like, I'll give an example, and I always go back to this. I think, and this may be a little deep because I'm not a surface thinker. When it goes back to slavery, our people stood together, right, in a sense, right, from escaping slavery, to doing their best to protect one another. And then you have the slave owners that stuck together to um to keep the slaves intact, right? So I mean, it was a system for both, right? And we know one was harsh and one wasn't. It's just the fact, that is what it is when you know your history. And that's important. So moving forward to now, I feel like there is a break in a in a certain aspect, especially with youth and in adults, young and old, right? Um, there's like a disconnect, and I feel like that disconnect has continued on since slavery. So it's not a lot of togetherness, right, with our youth, or just people in general. You have a lot of good and bad. You got, with the social media and stuff, you got people cutting up, and then you have the systemic racism, whereas a lot of our people are in prison, and um they did do a crime, right, or they got in trouble or what have you, but to take someone's life completely, and have them sit in prison is kind of like, it's it's wrong. So when I speak of togetherness, I just feel like, if our people were together more, if we, kind of got on the same page, um, and didn't have the hate, and all the other stuff, then we could maybe, um, stop, people from, or help people not to go to prison all the time. I mean, I don't know, like, I'm a little all over the place. But in a nutshell, I'm saying all this to say that we are better together, opposed to being, in prison together. Um, you know, and if we can learn to work with one another more, I think we would benefit more, right? Um, yeah, I don't know if you guys were with me because I went on a little tangent. But for me, it's real with modern day slavery and how we were controlled back then. So I would love for us to control ourselves now, whereas the togetherness and being cohesive is more positive than it is negative. So we have a lot of negative togetherness, which leads to um a lot of crime and just mess, right? And I'm not perfect because I cut up back in my day. I did. And I learned from that. So that is why I'm so passionate about teaching the youth, right? Um, and speaking with adults and empowering and encouraging because we got to do better. We got to do better.
Thank you so much, Miss Letitia. Thank you very, very
You're
much. We do
welcome.
have to do better. We know that on the Carla Murphy Show, our themes are family, community, Christianity, and business. And we say, let's gel, let's grow, earn, and learn together. And so you have done a magnificent job helping us to understand about the importance of togetherness. For truly, we can accomplish more. We can build and we can maintain and we can exceed. And we know that it's about excelling at what we do. We know that we try to do everything with a spirit of excellence. And so thank you so much, Miss Letitia Randall, for coming on once again and sharing those nuggets with us about how we can be together, we can serve together, we can work together, we can grow together, earn together, and we can learn together.
Yeah.
And so, Miss Letitia Randall, for anyone who's looking to get a life coach, what is the best way to reach you?
Right now, I am still in the process of creating my website. But you guys can reach me on Facebook. It's Letitia Randall, LATISHARANDLE. And yeah, you can message me. I think the experience will be great. I love what I do. It's a passion and it's my purpose. And guys, please, I know I was a little all over the place. I'm serious about the slavery though and the systemic racism. I just had a massive headache earlier and it's been a crazy day. But I did get my book. I did get my book.
Yeah.
Can I show it to you? Can I show it to y'all?
Yes, please. I've been waiting and waiting.
Yes, me too. Woohoo! So it's called Broken Crayon, Still Color. And the visionary for this book is Coach Stacy Bryant. I love her so much. And she gave me and like 34 authors the opportunity to write in this book. And this book has a part of my story. And it was I'm a first time writer, so it was really hard and I was nervous but I did it. I did it. So this is the wall of crayons. Yeah. So
I'm so proud of you. So how can we reach you? You said Letitia Randall on Facebook?
Yes, on Facebook. Yeah.
And the title of the book again?
It's called Broken Crayons, Still Color. So even though you're broken, you can still color brightly and vibrantly. Yeah, right?
That is awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming and sharing. And how can we purchase that book?
Get in touch with me and I'll bring it to you. Now, if you're, not in Buffalo, New York, I can mail it to you with no problem. Can you go the other way?
Thank you so much. I am so looking forward to getting my copy, my autographed copy.
Yes.
Of Broken Crayon Still Color. So we will definitely be connecting and you'll get that message when I reach out to you. It's Letitia Randall. Thank you so much for coming and sharing.
You're welcome.
Miss Shayna.
Yes.
We see you out there. So I didn't hear the name of your business and how people can get in touch with you in terms of getting some support to help their children to excel academically.
We are the Elite Scholars, and you can contact me on Facebook as well under my name, Shayna Overstreet, or you can contact me via phone 716-342-5637. and I will answer any questions that you may have.
So, Miss Shayna, if people would like to find you on Facebook, will you please spell your first and last name?
I will. Shayna, Shainna, Overstreet. Just how it sounds. Overstreet.
And again, the phone number is?
716-342-5637.
Thank you so much. So if you're looking for someone to help you with your children of all ages, elementary students, high school students, please connect with Ms. Shayna and Elite Scholars, and she will help you get to where you're trying to go. So thank you, ladies, for sharing. We are now preparing to hear from our producer, Miss Brenda Billups. She's from the Rochester, New York area. And we know we've partnered in ministry. We know that we've worked with some of these twins in times past. And it can definitely be an interesting journey to have doubles around. So we need to hear about supervising lookalikes. And Miss Brenda Billups is going to tell us a little bit about the journey. Miss Brenda, good evening. And it's good to see you here again on the Carla Murphy Show.
Good evening. And thank you once again, Carla Murphy, for having me on this show.
You're welcome.
This show has been amazing to me because I love kids. I have been a babysitter since I was about 8 years old. I do believe in kids being raised in the church because that's where we learned how to sit, how to pay attention, and how to keep our mouths closed, because you didn't do any of that in the church. Looking at you young ladies, yes, Letitia, togetherness makes a difference. No man is an island. We all need someone. We may think we don't, but just think about the man at the grocery store. If he did not have a store, we could not buy milk. If there was no gas at the gas station, we could not operate our cars. If there was no preacher in the pulpit, we would not be spiritually fed. So it takes all of us to be together to make one. I do believe that from my heart. You were not all over the place. You were just speaking what came to your heart. Yes, they taught us back in the day how to divide and conquer. That is a chain that we have to break. We have to do it. Because once we hold on to the past, you can forget about your future. Because what happened to the lady that looked back? What did she do? She turned into a pillar of salt. That pillar of salt didn't go anywhere, did it? So we know from life challenges that we have to work together. There's no way around it. We have to work together. Take the babysitter here. I know those parents are going to work. If she wasn't there, what would they do with those kids? And some parents are not educated enough to teach their kids. But you're standing in the cut for someone else. Helping, that's togetherness. And that's what we need to do as people. We need to stick together. As long as we're standing for right, we need to stick together. Now let me talk about these little lookalikes. I know raising twins is not an easy job. I have a set of nephews. I have two, nope, it was a girl and a boy. They were my godkids. And on the weekend, I would have all my godkids over, so which would be about 22. We all slept in the same room. We made pallets in the floor because I believe in keeping my eyes on the kids. I like to be the last one to go to sleep and the first one to rise. But I like to be able to reach out and touch them and look at them, because you never know what's in the mind of a child. And you want to make sure that they're all doing what you've asked them to do and what they're supposed to do. Now you take these twins. Sometimes they try to fool you. Now the mother can tell them that they're different. And I said, now how do you know which one is Tashiana and which one is Brianna? And then she'll start to describe, to say, well, Brianna is this and this one. And there is a mold on Brianna's hindsight. Well, I'm not taking the diaper off to look back there so I can just identify that kid. I need a way to know what these lookalikes are and what these lookalikes are doing. So guess what? I call all of them twins. So I don't get the name wrong. Twin, what are you doing? Twin, go get this. Not you. I meant that twin right there. That's the way I deal with the William twins. When we go on trips, usually they try to get in an opposite room from me. But of course, during the midnight checks, I have to check on those twins. But they are very respectful because they know Auntie don't play. They know that. So they try to do the right thing. Once we were on the convention trip, and one of the other supervisors yelled at them, asking for something that they didn't do. And they were on the church van. I was riding my van. When we all met up at the restaurant, they started to try to tell me secretly what had happened. And they were so upset they wanted to go home. I said, well, we didn't go to Seabreeze yet. Are you sure you want to go home today? Because we don't go to Seabreeze until tomorrow. Is there something that we can do to correct what has gone on? And they told me the story. And of course, I am the mouthpiece for kids. I do not allow them to tell off adults. So let me be the mouthpiece. And if you want to be really told off, I don't use swear words, but I can hurt your feeling if I need to. So I went to that supervisor and asked her what happened, because that's what you do. You don't go in with, you did this, you did, nah. I asked what happened and I let her tell her part. Kids usually don't straight out lie. They can shade the truth a little bit, but if you listen to them close enough, you can figure out just what went on. Adults flat out lie. So I listened to both sides and I said, you made my babies cry, and that was not very good. I tell you what, I'm going to give you the boys and I'm going to take the girls so we can continue this spiritual journey. So they agreed to take the girl, and then the twins and all the other girls got in the car with me. But not only do kids look alike, you have to pay attention to those lookalikes' attitudes. Because some kids act alike and they do not have to be relatives. So it's more than the faces that you have to look for. You have to look for sometimes their demeanors. Sometimes you have to look at actually the way they do things, because sometimes kids mimic other kids. And if that habit does not look like what you think it should be, then that's when you have to start to correct lookalike habits. So it's not always faces that you need to identify, being supervisors or being whatever to kids. There's other things that you need to look for. Now, the twin boys, my nephews, they are not identical. What I get mixed up with them, the reason why I have to call them twins, because I can't figure out which name goes where. One is Tyler and one is Taylor. Well, after they got much older, I found out that Taylor was much bigger than Tyler. So I started getting the names right. And you talking about difference? They're just like night and day, all in water. They don't look alike, they don't act alike. One is very friendly and one is he is very shy. But you have to take notice and you treat kids. I tell them I treat them the way they treat me. If you respect me, I respect you. If you don't respect me, I hope the counselor's not listening. You will get a beat down. Because that's the way I roll, as the kids say. Yes, wherever you act up, that's where we get it on. If you're in the store, we're going to get it on right there. You can call those other people if you want, but make sure you want to go with them. But kids and lookalikes are my passion. I love kids. I only birthed 2, but I have 32 godkids. Whole slew of nieces and nephews. Each birthday, I give them $1 a piece, $1 for each year. When they turn 25, that's where we stop. You get 25 until you have kids. If you have kids at 16, your birthday stop, because I need to give your dollar to the baby. You don't get any more. So that's the way I handle my kids. So ladies, stay true to yourselves. Raise those twins, because they know that someday those little fellows, love little boys, look like my grandsons. And those little girls were so cute. This is the best show I have been on. Mr. Murphy, call me back when you bring back the twins.
Thank you so much, Miss Brenda.
Oh God.
I know. I share the same feelings. I'm like, I love these babies, and it's just been so awesome being able to share in the lives of twins. They do have different personalities. They are always unique, but they're very similar. And what gets me sometimes is the sound of the voices. For instance, Jamia and Jemiah, who we'll hear a little bit from them a little bit later when they share an amazing Easter speech. I still can't tell them apart. I can't tell them apart when I see their faces, and I cannot tell them apart when I hear their voices. Am I right, Miss Shayna? So it is definitely challenging, but this has been an amazing show. We're looking forward to the next part of this show, where we're going to hear an Easter speech from Jamia and Jemiah Harris. They are twins from the Buffalo, New York area. We're going to hear some poetry, and our twins, the Williams twins, Brianna and Tashiana, are going to share with us a little bit. And we're going to hear from their big brother, who's going to talk about living with twins. And I'm sure Mr. Christian Hurdle is going to give us some true stories that are going to be very, very exciting and enlightening about sharing with twins. So this has really been a great show thus far. We're looking forward to continuing it on. And I just want to say that we are just so happy that we have the Carla Murphy Show Uniquely Different, where we're looking forward to featuring you. If you would like to share your greatness, if you would like to share about events that are going on in your community, if you would like to share something that is very dear to your heart, or even to tell us a little bit about your story, please contact me. I am your host, Carla A. Murphy, 716-553-3109, or you can email me, Carla Murphy, uniquely different @gmail.com. And you can contact me on social media via Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, and Alignable. So thank you so much for sharing with us. We're very, very excited. And we know that we're looking forward to the Uniquely Different TV network coming out, where you'll be able to share more stories. And so thank you so much for sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're looking forward to the next part of this show. So to all of you, we'll see you later. Thanks, Miss Shayna, Miss Letitia. Thank you so
Well,
much.
thanks so much for having us. And if I could say something, can you please give her my number, Miss Shayna? I would like to connect with her. Okay.
Absolutely. Miss
All
Shayna,
right.
I think I can handle that, Miss Letitia Randall. Thank you so much, ladies.
Okay. Mwah.
Mwah.
Thank you, ladies. I needed this tonight. Thank you, Sister Carla.
You're welcome. Until we meet again. And stay tuned for the next part of the Carla Murphy Show, Uniquely Different. See you
Uh,
later.
I am the way and the life. Christ will come again.
Hi, my name is Brianna. And I'm Tashiana. And we are identical twins. We're 16 years old. We go to School of the Arts and we're sophomores there. Yeah, we were born on January 13th, 2005. And we are 15 minutes apart. I'm the oldest. And I'm the youngest. And we are teen activists currently. We've been working with teen empowerment for a couple years now. And we got employed to Wegmans a couple months ago. In school, we enjoy playing basketball during the winter season, and we are on high honor roll. Yes. My favorite thing about being a twin is like she always there for me. Like it's just like having a built-in best friend, and like she always there to entertain me when I need it. Yeah, I enjoy having someone I can always fall back on, someone that'll always be there for me, even when I'm in the wrong or even when I'm in the right. She'll always stick up for me when I need it, and vice versa. The only thing downside about being a twin is kind of, for me, it's our birthday. Sometimes it's hard sharing thoughts, should I say. It's hard trying to fit in both our ideas for our birthday, but now we do our separate things. Yeah, we always make it work. But when we were younger, it'll be like, my mom might just have to choose because we would never agree on one thing. Yeah. And the one thing I hated about when we were little is that my mom used to always dress us alike, but she would always be like pink, one pink outfit, one purple, and she would always want purple, and that was my favorite color, and she would always try to steal it. Sorry, I used to always, I never got to pick the color. I used to have the pink, like automatically was pink. Maybe because I was the firstborn, but that's why I kind of hate the color pink now. Yeah, but I love my sister, and she's a closest thing to my heart, and I don't know what I'll do without her. Yeah, she's funny. Yeah. Thank you.